So after 3D and other cinematographic advancements, Morton Heilig made it sort of this 3D movie viewing device. It contained an enclosed display, fans, speakers, and a movable chair so that they could sort of be like in the film. So in 1961, Philco made the first HMD or head-mounted device. So this was called HeadSight, and the viewer could use it and see where the camera was, so when they moved their head, they could see what the camera was seeing. In 1965, Ivan Sutherland wrote an essay called The Ultimate Display. It sort of predicted the future of virtual reality, and he was quoted as saying, "The ultimate display would, of course, be a room within the computer that can control the existence of matter. A chair displayed in such a room would be good enough to sit in, handcuffs displayed in such a room would be confining, a bullet displayed in such a room would be fatal, and with appropriate programming, such a display could literally be the wonderland in which Alice walked." So in 1966, even Sutherland went on to, at MIT, create the Sword of Damocles, which was a head-mounted device that was slightly more advanced than the previous HeadSight. In the late 1960s, digital flight simulators were invented. So in 1975, Myron Kruger coined the term artificial reality, and he used a computer program to film the users of virtual reality and would project them into the scenes that they were viewing. In 1977, the first wired glove was invented. It had motion sensors on the finger joints and was called the Sire glove and was created by the Electronic Visual Laboratory. In 1980, flight simulators became universal and are still used today. In 1987, virtual reality was first used for home use with the Power Glove by Nintendo. It had very crude sensors on the fingers and was taken off the market. And in 1996, Intersense was founded, which is a company that still makes motion trackers today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tong, and we will be discussing virtual reality and brain therapy. Virtual reality is used in brain therapy to utilize sight, sound, and touch to create a world where the victim may experience less pain during surgery. The senses are warped around coldness to ease pain that, of course, surgery causes. Virtual reality is a tool used to aid the mind in redirecting its thoughts or recreating the feeling of imagining ice on your hands when you feel hot or uncomfortably warm redirects the mind's sensation of heat to a more cold feeling. Hunter G. Hoffman and David Patterson created a game known as Snow World, where burn victims are distracted from the burn pains. This game has been known to overcome phobias and post-traumatic stress disorder. Virtual reality has been used in the game Snow World, with the user finding himself completely isolated from the outside world by use of a stereoscopic position tracking helmet and a joystick and some headphones. The patient is in a world of coldness and delight. He may find penguins or the patient uses virtual reality to decrease the pain found in his burns and has fun doing so.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tidy. Tidy is spelled with 3 E's, which is going to be important because I'm going to be important. Today I'll be talking about the future of virtual reality. Well, from gaming to medical aid, virtual reality is going to have a huge impact on the future lives of millions, maybe even billions of the Earth's population. Let's start with medical research. Using virtual reality, we can create new worlds to simulate something completely different than what is actually going on. For example, a study in London has been using a simulated world to see what people would do if they were 10,000 feet off the ground and were on a tightrope. This is used for fear of heights, and If they are able to walk on the tightrope, they are able to get over their fear of heights. This is one of the psychological benefits of virtual reality, when in reality they're only about 4 or 5 inches off the ground. I would like to introduce everybody to my assistant. He is almost mechanical. His name is Dr. Blitzcrank. He will be assisting me in my experiments. Now putting on my gloves, and my assistant is going to put me in the helmet and put me into the virtual world for the first time. Just supposed to put it over my face and preparing to enter my virtual world for the first time. Beep, beep, beep. I am about 10,000 feet in the air. I feel like I'm going to fall soon, and this could end really, really, really bad. Another example of how it can be used to medically aid people is taken from the University of Washington's Burn Center, where a patient, after receiving third-degree burns all over his body, was in pain despite all that pain-killing medicine. After strapping him into a helmet and putting sensors on his hands, he entered a virtual world. He played with spiders and attempted to kill the spider using his hands. This helped him relieve the pain and made him almost forget about the injuries altogether. This benefits us psychologically because it allows us to treat patients in ways that we have never been able to before. Another advancement that virtual reality is going to make is in the form of video gaming. It is set to revolutionize gaming and set a new bar for what you can do inside of a video game. Already being developed is the Oculus Rift that allows you to immerse yourself into a virtual world. Although it is still being developed and you don't have total control over your body, it is a step in the right direction. There will be no place for handheld consoles, and instead you will be placed in a helmet as a person and be able to awake in a whole new world as a brand new person. Using a headset, you can see through your virtual avatar's eyes, and where you look, he looks. This allows the gamer to be more immersed in the video game and become part of another world. Further into the future, there will be no need for a controller or a keyboard or anything to move. It will all be through brainwaves that tell your virtual self what to do. This will set a new era of gaming. However, the technology has not been developed, and it probably won't be for the next couple of years, or months, possibly. Also, there is a new technology that is being developed that puts you into a sphere. Which allows you to walk around in a circle, the sphere moving, and puts your character into a virtual world that does exactly the same things that you do. That is currently being developed and is being employed for medical research and training Army soldiers.